There's steady progress in regards to closing contracts, I'm feeling. There's a contract, there's a document. I feel like it is about to come to a close, but not quite yet, okay? It feels like maybe before the end of January, but I feel like I'm feeling maybe like one more draft. There's one last negotiation here. I'm also getting with steady progress. I don't know why I'm getting this visual. I'm getting this visual of somebody marching, like an army marching. And again, it's interesting because I'm hearing alliance. So now army marching. I do think some of you are marching away from this kind of environment because if there's any hostility, it's going to impact your creativity. So anybody showing up with any kind of, I don't want to say opposition. I think some opposition can be healthy, but like consistent negative opposition, somebody who, I feel like somebody may have tried to stand in the way of some sort of success, some sort of business venture. You're sidestepping that. You're marching away from this person because it does feel like some of this energy for some of you is a little too negative to try to keep up with. Like it's not really worth your while. But that only applies to those of you experiencing hostility, especially in a work environment, okay? For others of you, it's like this army marching, but there's family there, right? Having each other's back, loyalty like no other, strength, okay? I do think for those of you who maybe work in a political field, you may be feeling that the most. Something about blue. So I'm thinking uniform. Okay. I also wonder police force here because I'm seeing blue. I mean, this is blue, but that is something that Spirit's pointing out to me. You may be joining, like a police force and it winds up being just such a good, maybe new journey. Or if you're joining a new team of people, there's family there. So for the most part, this alliance and this army and whoever or whatever is showing up, that's showing me like it's almost like a very strong family environment, somebody who's strong enough to have your back. It can almost be game-changing for you, Capricorn. So don't dismiss that. Even though you can achieve so much on your own, I am seeing a group. I'm seeing a family, okay? So I'm seeing steady progress toward calling in the soul family, calling in this group, in these positive, or this positive alliance, okay? I'm hearing there's steady progress in love, okay? Steady progress in love, and then this pops, this new fated partner. Huh, alliance and love. That's very interesting. Well, I mean, I love this for you, Capricorn. Somebody who's as strong as you. Could you have just met, or could you be meeting somebody as strong as you? Someone who doesn't need Capricorn, but wants Capricorn anyway. Somebody who can have your back. Someone who contributes to family, who can contribute to family like Capricorn can with the same kind of loyalty. This is why I was picking up on fate. This card is all about fate. It's fated partnerships. It's fated people. This certainly applies to love for many of you. Of course, we'll take a deeper look in the next spread. There's an opportunity here. There's unity. That's the word that Spirit is using. There's unity. I think for many of you, this has already arrived. I think you're just at the beginning stage. Maybe you don't realize how positive this is actually going to be for you. Yeah, you've let someone or something go. This is let your past go. I don't know if you can see that with my light. Let your past go. I'm hearing that you're shedding old personas and old identities. People who are no longer in alignment with your growth, they're gone. I don't really even see that you've carried these people and situations into the new year. If you have, you've already got one foot out the door. And again, this isn't just in love. This is in business. You could be having, I'm seeing somebody possibly having a disagreement with an in-law or a family member. You're just not tolerating it anymore. You've got one foot out the door, but especially in terms of work environments, if you felt hostility, I'm almost feeling like universe is gifting you this unity because you put up with hostility for so long. Like there was something so negative. You really tried to work through it. You really tried to be graceful. You tried your best to remedy a toxic situation. Spirit's like, we're going to give you all that love back. It just can't be with those same people or that same environment. So come into this new family and you will be gifted and you will be rewarded at this time. This is not a little bit of fate though. Center of your reading, by the way, fate. You're kicking off the new year with fate. Fated people, fated opportunities, unity, loyalty. I don't care what relationship this pertains to, Capricorn. It doesn't get better than this. It really doesn't. But I'm seeing you've met your match. I think some of you have been doing energy work, okay? So you have steady progress, clarified by energy work. For those of you who've gotten energy work done or you've been doing energy work for yourself, you've made a lot of progress through conscious energy work. This also applies to law of attraction. So for those of you consciously utilizing law of attraction, that's why all this fate is showing up. You know you deserve it. You've expressed to universe, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I desire. And spirit is showing up, gifting that to you now. Continue on with your energy healing. Continue on with your spiritual journey, your affirmations. Don't overdo it, but I'm not feeling like you are, okay? Just don't overdo it, because sometimes when we overdo energy work, we can block blessings, but I'm not seeing anything blocked. I am seeing you in a really beautiful divine flow here. Whatever energy work you're doing, it's working. It's working really well for you and even for those around you. I see that something in regards to this energy work really helps your family and benefits your family. Of course, that would be true if you get a better job. Maybe you're making better money, so it's helpful on the family front. Yeah, and we have child, okay? So this energy definitely ties into family. So center of your reading, again, we come back to new partner, but this is also fate, okay? Clarified by child. There's certainly someone fated who speaks to your inner child, but I'm seeing someone nurture the inner child, someone who's safe for the inner child. I'm seeing a new partner that is very healthy for the children in your life, or you are the fated partner that is healthy for someone else's children. I'm getting like this unity on a family front too. I'm seeing a fated opportunity open up for a child. So if you've been concerned about a child making steady progress and feeling like maybe a child who lives out of state or lives far away, they've been struggling a little bit, especially financially, they're getting their breakthrough now. And that may be what you are trying to manifest. You're manifesting not just for you, but you are trying to manifest something for your child or your children. I'm seeing a huge breakthrough come through for a child. I'm seeing too a little bit of a smaller scale, but I think very important. For those of you who work and you need a caregiver of sorts, a babysitter, a daycare, or you just want to go on a date night with your significant other, I see somebody showing up that's safe for a child, somebody who vibes better, especially if you feel like your child wasn't really connecting with somebody else who's taking care of them in the past. I definitely see some sort of a clash there. This person shows up and knows how to connect with your child in a really authentic way. There's a lot of love there and they're safe, okay? But this also pertains to inner child. It's like somebody showing up and they're safe for your inner child. You're safe for their inner child. Yeah, this centers around love, I think, for many of you. So let your past go. Clarified by heart chakra. Look, to call in fated new partners, we have to let some people and some situations go. I do still feel a little grief here. I feel a little heaviness for you. I don't think it's going to dominate the entire month of January by any means. I feel and see so much joy here for you, but I do see you carrying a little bit of this into the new year, and that is okay. I feel like by the time you get to the 14th, 15th, the weight has been lifted and you get back into that divine flow of love. I almost see some of you delving a little deeper into work so that you don't have to be distracted, or so you can be distracted, I guess, from this. It's beneficial, but only to a point. Make sure you are still tending to your heart and your emotions and your feelings, but I see you finally being able to move on, especially for those of you who've had a very hard time accepting that a relationship has ended. Even if you are the person who ended a relationship, you still may be like, wow, I can't believe we had to come to that. I can't believe like that's how it all ended. And you have acceptance. I'm seeing somebody accepting an ending. And well, first of all, less weight in the heart chakra, but I'm hearing like a revival of sorts, revival in love. And I think that's because you meet somebody who's better suited for you. Crowning your reading, we have 2 cards that popped. Giving and receiving, and be honest with yourself. This is all about balance. I think some of the people and situations that you had to let go of, it was Capricorn giving and giving and giving and giving and not receiving anything back. Completely out of balance, probably very draining, possibly very toxic, including work situations here, okay? Not just on a personal level in love, even work situations, you are rebalancing. I still see Capricorn going through a process of being honest, being real with themselves. I deserve better. This is what I want in love. My other partner couldn't give that to me, and so I'm striving for something healthier. Okay, I really wanted that situation, that work environment to heal, but it couldn't, so now it's time to move on because I deserve a healthier environment to be in every day. Okay, but there's this element of acceptance, but that goes hand in hand with this too, okay? That's how you get your healing. I see spirit talking to you though, so make sure you are meditating and you are taking a time out so you can be one with your thoughts and your feelings, possibly journaling about this as well, but also hearing messages from spirit because I feel like there's some guidance here, okay? You may be missing the guidance because you may be distracted with work and the steady progress and the energy healing, maybe concern around a child. Make sure you still have some quiet moments for you too. Bottom of the deck, fresh air. I think this is just revival. It's freshness. It's renewed energy. You can breathe again. I know that came up really strong for Gemini. You can breathe again because that weight has been lifted from your heart, okay? You're not carrying that around with you. I just keep channeling the 14th or 15th of January. You should notice a shift. So if you are struggling emotionally, there's going to be a shift around the 14th of the month, okay? So Capricorn, a lot of this already speaks to love. We're going to take a look at love specifically. But I love that there are fated partners coming in. I feel like some of you have been waiting for a very long time. Not for a new partner. I mean, you could attract somebody new, but I'm talking like somebody who really is on your level. Someone who is deserving of your energy. Someone truly compatible for Capricorn. Not in a codependent kind of a way, but truly compatible. Someone who can give what you give, right? So let's take a look at this. Capricorn and love. Yeah, Spirit is definitely coming through with a strong message already in love for you, Capricorn. Don't look for love. Don't force love. Don't look for love. Let it surprise you. It's the love that surprises you that's going to be the real deal. Okay, Capricorn and love. Let's get a little bit more clarity here. Capricorn and love, January 2020. Capricorn and love, January 2020. I just heard Scorpio. You may be calling in a Scorpio. This may have also been the person you had to let go of. But to be honest, Scorpio feels like they're coming in. This could be just a water sign in general. Wow. Wow. You see what I'm saying? It's fate. It's somebody who is such a beautiful reflection back to you. But you can't search for this person. There cannot be that searching, the forced energy. And this applies to the partner too. You're not searching, you're not looking. When you're out with friends, you're having a good time with your friends, and that's all that it is, okay? If you're on Bumble or something like that, you know, swipe left or right, however you want to do it, but you're not forcing anything. You're not getting attached to people because there's a beautiful picture and a profile that's well written. You know what I mean? It's really about release and surrender. Have your energy out there so universe knows that you're open to new love and somebody fated coming in. But there can't be too much energy around that. Don't go searching, okay? And that also pertains to law of attraction. Utilize law of attraction. I'm feeling Capricorn doing that really, really well. Just don't overdo it so you don't block anything. So this could be the one followed by separation. At the center of this reading, you know, there's still that heaviness. I think some of you had to let go of significant others because it was not an equal partnership. Someone was showing up loving the partner, and I'm feeling this is you, Capricorn, and I feel like somebody was taking. Somebody was okay with taking. Maybe somebody wasn't fully honest in regards to their intentions with you, and this separation is painful. Has been painful. I don't necessarily see Capricorn separating this month, though. It feels like this is something that gets carried over into January. But again, a shift with all of this, healing around the 14th. Circle the 14th, especially if you're having a hard time. There's something around then, someone around then that comes in. Spirit is asking you to take some time. Take some time off. Ooh, your card just flew. Take some time to yourself so you can process your feelings. It's good that work can help distract you a bit because you don't want to be all consumed, because this could very easily turn into dark night of the soul if you're suffering or if you're struggling right now. But you do still need to feel those emotions at some point, okay? But let me grab this card that just flew. Okay, Capricorn. Across the room. Flew across the room. Attraction. You may not even be ready to attract somebody new to you. It's somebody unexpected. It's somebody who, it's like the card flying across the room, right? It's like universe is just gonna like throw them at you. There you go. You're welcome. And you're just gonna be startled, like, where the hell did you come from? That the reflection is gonna be so beautiful. It's like, I've been waiting for you all along. There's something really intense here and very romantic here. So we have separation still at the center, but I want to show you what's on either side, okay? This could be the one in attraction. You really are attracting somebody very high quality, extraordinarily compatible, like probably more than anybody you've ever dated. If you are in a committed relationship and it's not about new love, you could be attracting this person you love dearly back to you. Capricorn, I think some of you have separated from significant others that you have been with for a very long time, especially those of you who maybe have a family together. There's some sort of separation here. Could be separation due to work, but honestly, this is not coming through as just separation due to work. Someone's having a hard time, but this person still loves you. I'm feeling Capricorn really loving partners that they're separated from right now. Still having a lot of love, okay? There's a difference between somebody who takes all the time and is negative and toxic versus a relationship where life just got real and things were difficult and you drifted apart a little bit. There is a rekindling here for some of you, but the separation is actually how you heal. It's a separation that shows you how much love is still intact. It shows you like, oh my God, this person is the one. No one's ever going to replace them for me. And they're feeling this about you too, Capricorn. This is not one-sided. For some of you, it's like renewed attraction to one another. It's magnetic. Clearly soulmate energy in here. It's very fated. So I do think the fated breakthrough for some of you in love is a relationship coming back together that can finally heal. Because it does feel like you may have been at your wit's end, and not because there was a lack of love, but just because you couldn't settle for being unhappy. And you and your partner just did not know how to bypass that. Not all of you have needed separations, but for those of you where it was serious enough, you did. And it was a chance. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of separation energy here. You took a risk, but it's a risk that you will be rewarded for, okay? So this could be the one. We have another separation card clarifying, okay? I really think some of you, you're retreating from one another. This could just be emotionally, but I'm really seeing some physical space here. This person is still the one for you. This retreat is good. If you are going through an issue and you have not separated, I honestly think you would be better off with a smaller retreat, whether that's alone or a retreat together, ideally, than a full-blown separation, because I just see somebody struggling with that way too much. There really is healing for you. But the separation, like I said, for those of you who have separated, this is the catalyst for healing to finally come full circle, or to begin, okay? To really begin to start to see some healing clarified by forgiving and learning. There's a healing process that you're in. You're healing hearts right now. For those of you who are separated and you know that it's not a situation that you can get back, or you would allow back in, maybe a partner that you just know for sure, okay, we're at the end of our journey. That's not of the highest good. There's still something either left unsaid or undone. You may experience a quick reconciliation, not necessarily like, hey, we're getting back together reconciliation, but somebody returning just long enough to talk something through and it's more peaceful. But there's certainly healing here. I think the first couple of weeks of January could still be a little bit difficult for you. Excellent in terms of work, and I think that you're going to need that. And I do think that that distraction is actually going to be okay. but there does seem to be quite a lot of emotion under the surface here. I see healing. If you want to heal with your partner, you can. This is a month where you will, in fact, see healing. Again, 14th, January 14th. There's just something around that time. Something clicks, something shifts, but it's for the better, okay? So we have attraction here. Clarify by chemistry. Well, if you're going through a separation and you know that you're not going to get back together with your now ex, you're clearly attracting somebody into your life that is fated. There's a lot of chemistry. They could be the one, but I feel like you still need to prioritize your own healing, okay? And that's why I think this person's going to surprise you, because you probably don't feel ready. You're like, I'm still grieving. How could I attract somebody of quality to me now? You may, but just take your time with it, because I do still see many Capricorns needing to heal. For those of you separated, you're attracting this person back into your life. There's chemistry, there's attraction, there's soulmate energy, there's more attraction, more chemistry. You may have felt like all of that fizzled out after a period of time. The separation revives something. If you guys are strong enough and also willing to forgive, because remember, separation is clarified by forgiveness at the center of the reading. If you are both strong enough and willing to forgive one another, which takes a tremendous amount of strength, there is healing and a very positive reconciliation here. Try not, and I know this is like easier said than done, try not to be stuck in the dark night of the soul. If you're feeling that, ask for help, go speak to somebody, call a really good friend, because you need momentum for it, especially if you still want healing on, in terms of a relationship, you still want healing. Your energy still needs to like be picked up and get the ball rolling somehow. Even if it's to just go for a walk around the block, try not to be trapped indoors dealing with this, okay? Try to keep up with everything else you need to keep up with. Crowning the reading, give your relationship a chance. I really see a real shot here for you, Capricorn. We have release your ex at the bottom of the deck. For those of you, also wedding, okay? I really think some of you, significant others, like significant relationships, marriage, children, I think many of you are having a really hard time right now. But the release your ex energy certainly can mean just flat out release your ex and you're done and you're going through the separation, you're going to move on, you're going to call in a new fated partner, and that's just what's on the highest good for you in love. But for some of you, this isn't about releasing the person, or it's a temporary release of the significant other so they can circle back, but it has more to do with energy than the person, okay? For some of you, this forgiving and learning is going to be a release of negative energy, of cleansing energy, so you can come back together stronger.